Do you ever eat chocolate, enjoy it so much, and then feel guilty, ashamed of yourself? That was me for years, until I realized chocolate was controlling my life.
I am obsessed with chocolate, as some of you know. But I turned this bad habit into actually a healthy one, and I'm gonna tell you today how to do it. So I went through a process of discovering how to enjoy chocolate in a healthy way, and this process is composed of 3 steps. Number 1 was discovering that chocolate can be healthy actually. Chocolate actually can be a superfood, and the reason for it is that it has a lot of antioxidants, it has minerals, magnesium, it lowers your blood pressure, it can improve your mood, and it can help you to stay awake, similarly to coffee. In fact, one thing here that I noticed is that when I was eating chocolate after 9 p.m. or so, then I will have a very bad night's sleep. So now I try to eat chocolate a bit before 9 p.m. if I can. Sometimes I still do it after 9 p.m. and then I'm like, shit, just made a mistake. Had a very bad night's sleep, but it's okay. I need to deal with the consequences. So chocolate can be healthy, and so it can really fit into the definition of food as an investment, a short-term investment in how you feel, a mid-term investment in how you look, and then a long-term investment in your freedom from diseases. However, you need to choose the right chocolate, which brings me to step number 2, choosing the right chocolate. I know all of you will already think what I'm thinking, which is, yes, dark chocolate is the healthier option. We've been told this forever, so I don't think it's news for anyone. But not all dark chocolates are the same, not only in terms of percentages, usually the higher dark chocolate percentage the better, but also the actual ingredients inside the chocolate bar. So what I'm going to show you in a second is how to differentiate between one chocolate bar to the other in terms of brands, and specifically in terms of the ingredients that are inside that chocolate bar, because they differ and some are healthier than others. And before you tell me, yes, Martina, but I don't like dark chocolate, I totally get it and I got you. Step number 3 will all be about that. So I told you that different dark chocolates can be more or less healthy. So the first thing is, if you buy 90% dark chocolate, you will have inside mainly cocoa and then just a tiny bit of sugar. But if you buy 50% dark chocolate, then what you will have is much less of the healthy part of chocolate, which is the cacao, and much more of the sugar. The other thing to really check is not only the percentage, but also the ingredients behind. In the past, I was like, wow, Lindt, I'm gonna get that because it's expensive, so it feels healthy to me. What is expensive is healthy. I don't know why I had this connection in my brain. Sometimes it's literally the opposite. The ingredients here are cocoa mass, cocoa butter, low-fat cocoa powder, and sugar. So cocoa mass is good, is quite healthy. Cocoa butter as well is healthy. Low-fat cocoa powder already. Why low-fat? Why? This is a bit already of a processed ingredient and not as healthy. And then the other one is sugar. Fine, like we need to have a tiny bit of sugar if it's not 100% dark chocolate, which I don't know who likes that. But there is another type of sugar that is healthier than this, and is coconut sugar. So for example, this chocolate bar, actually let me show you, on bar, chocolate bar 90%, has coconut sugar instead. Oh, sorry, wrong way. So this on bar has coconut sugar instead. It has unroasted cacao and coconut sugar, literally 2 ingredients, no 3, sorry, there is also the cocoa butter. If you find a chocolate bar with unroasted cacao, that's super good because the cacao maintains more of that properties that we were talking about on antioxidants, minerals, magnesium, so that's much better. And coconut sugar is the other ingredient that is healthier than sugar because it doesn't make your blood sugar spike as much when you eat it, so it's healthier than actually sugar. So if you can find a chocolate bar that has unroasted cacao, cocoa butter, and coconut sugar, that is probably one of the healthiest chocolate bars that you can find. I'll link this one down below. It's a tiny bit expensive, so I might find other options and link them down below. But I like it. It's an interesting taste. At the beginning, I was not so sure about it. Now I really like it. But yeah, if I find other good ones, I'll link them down below as well. Another sign that one brand is better than the other is how many ingredients they have for the same percentage of dark chocolate. So this one, for example, Lindt has 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients, while this one, the On Bar, only have 3. So that already tells you this one probably is a bit healthier than the Lindt one. The Lindt has cocoa mass, cocoa butter, low-fat cocoa powder and sugar, while this one just has unroasted cacao, coconut sugar and coconut butter. So to recap, to choose a healthy chocolate, you need to see that it's dark chocolate. The higher the dark chocolate percentage, the better, because the less sugar it will have. The less number of ingredients, the better, because it will be less processed and is likely to have less unhealthy ingredients. And finally, if you find unroasted cacao, that will be better because it maintains more the health properties of cacao. But as I said before, I know that dark chocolate is not very nice, to be honest, especially if you are a milk chocolate lover like I was, then this next step will really help you. In the past, I used to be obsessed with milk chocolate, and the weirdest chocolate the better. So for example, Reese's Puffs, Kit Kats, Maltese. I will go for milk chocolate mixed with other ingredients that were super sugary and not very healthy. And then I was like, hey, I'm gonna change and eat dark chocolate because I know it's healthier. So I will eat dark chocolate and I will be like, what the fuck is that? Like, that tastes like cardboard. That's not chocolate for me, okay? That's not enjoyable. Then I thought, you know what? It must be that also in this case I need to retrain my palate to love dark chocolate like I've done for sugar. I talked about how to retrain your palate to stop craving sugar, so if you're interested, if you're interested, go check it out. So I changed my approach to dark chocolate. Instead of going straight from eating Kit Kats and Maltesers and Mars bars to 90% dark chocolate, I wanted to slowly get my palate used to liking dark chocolate. So I went to the supermarket and I started by buying milk chocolate that didn't have any other ingredients. It didn't have any nuts, creams inside, nothing of that kind. And when I was craving chocolate, I would just eat 1-2 pieces of that simple milk chocolate. Then I built myself a dark chocolate beginner kit. So I went to the supermarket and bought from the lowest percentage dark chocolate, I think it was 55 if I'm not mistaken, to the highest.
Old Martina will focus here. New Martina, focus here. I don't know if you can see. Dark chocolate, high percentage. Here, 90, New Martina.
I brought it home and I ensured that I didn't have any other munchies apart from that chocolate.
To get inspired to do this video, here we go, 90%.
Initially, I will grab my 55% dark chocolate and eat it. And then as I was getting used to 55% dark chocolate, I will go up to 60, then 65. And one day I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I arrived to freaking 90%, that's crazy. And I actually like it. I think the reason behind this is that my palate slowly started to be less and less anesthetized by sugar. This is another thing that I talk in the previous video that I've done right here about sugar. So slowly, the more I will eat higher and higher percentage of dark chocolate, the more I will taste that chocolate more, and my palate would be less and less anesthetized by that strong sugary spike that I was having before with milk chocolate. I'm now gonna guess which percentage dark chocolate each one I'm gonna taste has without looking at it. This is 85%. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you show it to the camera? This is the 90%. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this is too big. 1 second. This is much more sugary. This is like 70, something like that. Was it right?
No.
How much?
60.
Okay. And this one? This is the best challenge ever, by the way. This is fuck, this is impossible. I don't know. High percentage for sure. Maybe I think this is still 90.
No.
How much is it?
100%.
Oh shoot! But you know that this dark chocolate is not bad. Like I don't. Yeah, it's quite nice for being 100%. So now, weirdly enough, I am obsessed with dark chocolate. I almost never crave milk chocolate. Every now and then I do, and I allow myself to have it because remember the 80-20 rule I talked about in my previous video? I can't believe that I went from eating the most milky, sugary chocolate to being obsessed with 90% dark chocolate. I'm so happy. And the other thing that happened is that I stopped eating chocolate every single day just because dark chocolate is so strong that I really need to crave it a lot in order for me to want it. So subconsciously, I even stopped eating as much dark chocolate, which has been amazing for my health. I have 0 cavities. 0 freaking cavities. Me! One thing I thought of doing is to build my own dark chocolate beginner kit. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a sign up link down below. Let me know if you would like it, and if there is enough interest, maybe I'll do it. It would be like a dream of mine, to be honest. For those of you that are obsessed with chocolate as I am, you don't need to stop eating that chocolate. It's one of the pleasures in life. Chocolate can actually be super healthy. It's an amazing ingredient, and if you learn how to eat it right, you can enjoy it without feeling guilty, not even for a second. So my wish to you is that you learn how to enjoy chocolate without those feelings of shame, regret, and thinking that actually you're taking care of yourself. Ta-da! Like we will do in Italy.